So I went and I helped with Amazon strategy and advertising at Clorox, and was 50% on the brand and marketing and media business. And then I was working at Clorox for 2 years, and I told my manager I was pregnant. And his response was, "Ooh, I'm really sorry. Your career is pretty much over, it feels like." And I was like, pretty sure you can't say that. And he also said I gained a ton of weight and he was wondering why. And I was like, So from that moment, and just all the babies are us, I was kind of like, whoa, I need to help parents. This is hard. My career shouldn't be over because I'm going to become a mom. Like, yes, my time's going to shift, my priorities might change. So I just started within my company, just, having resources of like, here's clearly maternity leave. Here's how you return to work. Here's a lactation consultant, here's a sleep consultant, and just like creating that community. And we had an event on the first day of school, and I would just see all these parents struggling. And so I just started a Facebook group saying like, hey, post pictures of your kids. And 200 families right away at Clorox, employees, just started posting. I didn't even know who they were, just word of mouth. And then I went to the organization and said, hey, can I help parents? And they said, I don't think that's a big enough niche. And I said, let me try. And on March 13th, 2020, we posted it in our company's page about, can we help parents and employees? Would anyone be interested as a parent that wants more support as an work-life balance? And 500 people signed up because it was COVID. So, and all through that, I just learned how to marketing to parents, whether it's through Clorox or whether it's through this group, and hearing them firsthand, what their struggles were. And, I don't know, it just kind of fell into play. And then 2021, Clorox, I had to come back for my second maternity leave. My daughter wasn't taking a bottle. I wasn't able to travel for work. It was a pandemic and I had a baby, and they were doing a round of layoffs. And so I left and started community building, connecting with parents again, saying, hey, let's have a brewery event, or let's do a trolley. What are some things outside where we can meet each other and feel connected and not so alone and trapped in our house? And then that turned into brands saying, hey, would you mind doing marketing for me? You obviously understand parents. You obviously have a network of 3,000 families in the area. Do you mind marketing? So that's kind of how everything, I guess, kind of has fallen to place for me. And, I have, like I said, I have 2 kids along the way. They have genetic diseases called Charcot-Marie-Tooth, and my husband too. So I live, there are 4 of us in my house and 3 of them are handicapped. So I have to always figure out ways that I can, connect back to my family, do something to help my family. I do it for the diapers of my family, and I want to help families thrive. And that's why I focus really on helping parent entrepreneurs who are also doing the same for their families, or helping brands that want to connect with families.
Yeah. Several episodes that we covered about influencers and how to use influencers. And the number one requirement is find someone who feels passionately about your product so that they can speak directly from experience. Now, that's good for your product to have as an influencer, but someone to work on your business to sell your products, if it's baby products, to have somebody like you who has gone through life feeling the pain of, being a parent, and then also professionally understanding how to package that up into messaging and marketing. It's a huge deal. So I'm not surprised that they came to you because you are what they call, a community builder, community of parents. And at the same time, you know how to market products. So I'm not surprised. So it's a very touching story, especially right at the end, what you mentioned, that where you want to do everything for the family. Usually it's the man who carries the family. Here, looks like you are.
Yeah. I think nowadays men and women, household roles have shifted, right? Both men and women are working nowadays. Both men and women, And even, I mean, I'm in the Bay Area, so we have lots of gay parents, and 8% of all parents are actually gay. So 2 household parents, you're just splitting work more. You're just more involved. Like dads are more involved than ever. That's why I always say marketing to parents. I don't say marketing to moms. So knowing that everyone is just so involved in parenting is really great. But we've also, I mean, I don't want to go on a tangent, but it takes a village, and we don't live in villages anymore. I don't live near my parents. People don't live near their neighbors helping out because we're all trying to survive on our own. No one's at home, most women aren't at home anymore. So there's just so much more pressures, because we don't have that support system in place anymore. Again, back to why, and it's expensive, which is why people are having less kids. So you just, I didn't know how hard it was when I was doing marketing those first few years. And now that I'm in it, I can see how much, how hard it really is. And parents don't always know where the solution is, right? So if I can bring the products to parents and parents to these products, it's my way, to help parents thrive, to make the world a better place. Because the last thing I will say is, if parents are taken care of, as my theory, like parents are using their skill set, they have a work-life balance, parents are creating, they have healthy boundaries, whatever it is, like if parents are taking care of themselves and doing well, then their kids will do better, right? Because kids are jerks to each other because their parents aren't happy, and it trickles down, right? But
Right.
if parents are like able to be present with them, and if parents are able to be happy and they're not stressed about work or, absent parents, then their kids are going to do well, then their kids will do well, which will make the world a better place. And so if I can help parents, that will then help their kids, that will help my kids, right? Because, all the kids are diverse and can play together and live in this beautiful world. It's a win-win for all. So that's why I do
Yeah.
this.
That's great.